Okay. All right. So today's gonna get a little weird, and here's why. So just like I mentioned before, it's gonna be a lot because we have a schedule with a clinic for 12:50 as the check-in. And now where it gets weird is because the NZXT, the PC situation thing that I didn't think was going to be even relevant until August started, updated me last night, and it's actually in its shipping cycle. That whole situation is happening today. So the estimated arrival date is 10, it's like 10:10 or 10:20 a.m. and between 2:10 p.m. So if you remember, we have a clinic scheduled at 12:50. So there's a little bit of a problem, and only because the situation with FedEx that's delivering the package is a signature is required by someone at the address. So if I have a clinic, and so we have to leave here by like 11:12, somewhere around there. And then the clinic doesn't start until 12:50, so that's going to take us into like 1 o'clock. So um, the plan is to wait until about maybe 10:50 or so, and then if it doesn't come between 10 and 11, then I'm going to call the dad and enlist his presence to be down here. So call, and then hopefully it takes just an hour or less for him to get from wherever he is at the current time to here, and then we can tag out. I take mom, he can wait here, or vice versa at that point. And yeah, hopefully I can avoid the FedEx redelivery cycle, because I'm sure that it's already been jostled a lot, and I'd rather avoid further jostling. But the clinic takes precedent. It comes first. So everything is just moving forward, and it's kind of exactly the goal that I had in mind when I started this thing. I just didn't know that it would be on everyone else's schedule as well, is that I wanted to set down my goals and then expedite them. But usually that's just me trying to expedite things, and then everyone around me tries their best to slow it down to their schedule, which is not my expedited plan. So this is quite the opposite, really. But as of recording this, we're still super early, so it's like 8:40 something, and so it's not even expected to be anywhere near here for another hour and some change. So I'm just gonna go lay down and relax a little bit, and then when 10 o'clock comes around, that's when we can start stressing out, because now the time for the PC to get here and the time that we have to not be here, those two are going to slowly start to collide, and then when it overlaps, that's when I'm going to start having a heart attack. So let the day begin. Oh, okay, hold on. Morning. Hey, morning. Yes. Yeah. Oh, God. Oh, everything happened so fast. Wow, Yeah, it's not even 10:10, which is like the window of delivery. What time is it right now? 10:09. Dude pulled up at like 10:07. All right, so that was my stress out of the way. So,
Oh, right, and tell him he doesn't need to come in.
oh, I mean the original deal was I call him if he needed to come, but I can call him just to have his mind off of it.
Yeah, just call him so that he knows.
All right, so next up is Lakewood. Do you want to leave at 11, 11:15, 11:30,
11:30.
11:45? Okay. Well, it doesn't look like it's been beaten up at all, so that's pretty good. I'm not really gonna do anything with it right now. Maybe I'll open it. All right, well, since it came so early, I got time, so I'll open it and inspect it and see if anything's cracked or missing. So. Wow. Instructions here. It's a quick start guide. Ooh, fabric. Okay, so just feeling around. So far, it looks like everything's intact. There are no cracks that I can feel, and the glass isn't like absolutely shattered. So that's all good and well. I am keeping it in the box though because this is not its final location, and it's easier to kind of carry around with these nice little convenient handles. So let's get it to that final location, and then we can do a final check and see it in its full glory. I cleared all that stuff out.
Okay. Just be careful of that bicycle. Don't poke
Yeah,
yourself.
because I'm the one that put it there.
I'm so glad that this worked out like this because I would have been having an ulcer.
Let's go. Okay, and now I've got a trash bin. Okay. Got some glare also. Alright. I think everything looks intact. Sorry about the glare. Future Tyler is not gonna have a good time referencing this video. So now I have to figure out, or I have to finalize its orientation. So I think I might turn it 90 degrees this way, I think, so that the fans, the front IO would be facing the workstation and the monitors, but the only thing I hate about that is that the fans aren't out toward the open. They still get intake, but this is why we make a mess first, so that we can figure out how we want things, and then we put the important stuff where they need to be first, and then everything else can kind of be situated after that. All right. Cool. And I think the only thing I'm going to use this bag for is to kind of cover it up when it's not in use. Because unlike the Alienware where it had like all this like top IO and stuff, this one doesn't really have that. All of it's like down here, or in the back where the graphics card meets the motherboard. So I think I can just put it over like a dust cover, like how one covers their car when they leave it out on the street, or I guess in their driveway. Okay. We're not even at 10:30 yet, or are we at 10:30 yet? And we've already had one hell of a day. All right, so we're about an hour, maybe a little less, away from phase 2. And I was reminded actually that we actually have a phase 3 and a possible phase and a bonus phase 4, potentially, depending on where we're at on phase 3. And phase 3 is just garbage cans. We have to go over and help take out the garbage cans for some residences that aren't home at the time. Okay, but phase 2 is the most important, and that's the one we're all waiting for. So until then, okay, we're on to phase 2. Okay, we have reached the bonus phase 4. What time is it? 2:56 p.m.